we are at Litecoin Summit with the one and only Charlie Lee, the creator of Litecoin. How are you doing today?
Doing well, yeah.
Thank you for joining me. I always appreciate hanging out with you and being able to speak at Litecoin Summit. Today I'm hosting a panel on Ordinals, NFTs, all those good things that we're doing to spread adoption throughout the world and include everyone, because not only can you be your own bank and use crypto as currency, but we can also put our art out there and have that creative freedom as well. So what's been going on with Litecoin lately?
Well, obviously the summit, once a year thing, and it's awesome to see everyone and have everyone come and talk about Litecoin.
We've had a stellar lineup here at Litecoin Summit. What is one thing that you think is so important that people should focus on? Should it be the currency aspect? Should we be looking at ordinals? Like, what's your opinion on all of that?
There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm focused on the payment aspect, so and also like the fungibility, privacy. So Mweb is key. We're launching a new mobile wallet called Nexus, so that's something to check out. And obviously there's a ETF in the background that's happening. Should get approved pretty soon, but it's in limbo and it's been delayed a few months. But yeah, people are very excited about that and very optimistic that will be approved in a couple of months.
Honestly, I'm surprised that it hasn't been already.
Yeah.
What do you think about the institutional adoption? Do you think we're like kind of losing the plot here with crypto? Do you think it should be just for the regular retail folks, or are you okay with institutions coming in?
I have no problem with that. I think like ETFs are fine. It makes it easy for institutions and others to get exposure to this asset class. But that's not the end goal, right? The end goal is Litecoin being people's currency, where everyone can have access to it and use it for fast and cheap transactions.
And what do you think about merge mining? Because I have so many miners in the community, and we're always talking about like Dogecoin and Litecoin working together, and also DigiByte. People love it as well in my community. What do you think about merge mining?
I've always been a big proponent of merge mining. I mean, I was the one that suggested merge mining to Dogecoin back in, I think, 2014.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good way to share the security between coins, and for a single mining algorithm to protect multiple coins. So it's always a good thing.
Yeah, I think, it kind of goes back to what I always say, which is like, if one wins, we all win. And I feel like there's a lot of tribalism in this space. What do you think about that? Do you think that there should be some division between Bitcoin, especially where we have the strategic Bitcoin reserve, and they're trying to separate Bitcoin from digital assets as something completely different? How do you feel about that?
I think, Bitcoin is obviously the king of crypto in this space.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean like everything else is a scam, right? So I do support multi-currency. I think there's space for a lot of different currencies to do their own thing. And but obviously there are some that are like scams, but I definitely support multiple currencies, obviously.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, this is an open source community. It's decentralized, so you can't just stop someone from, accessing code and creating their own token with it. But I just fear that people do kind of fall into those traps every once in a while. But I also want to talk about the fundamentals of Litecoin. And we have so many people here like MoonPay, we have BitPay, we have Vacation Genie, where you could spend your crypto for vacations. Like, do you think we should just be hodling? Do you think we should go back to the fundamentals and use this as more of a payment mechanism?
Well, I think we should use it as money, right?
Yes.
So it's a store of value. It should retain purchasing power. So if, let's say you're all bought in, right? You all bought into cryptocurrency as a future of money, then all your money will be in crypto, right? So if you need to spend anything, you obviously need to spend your crypto.
Yeah.
So I definitely think people should. I wouldn't even consider investing, right? People talk about investing, like when invest in Bitcoin. It's not really investing. Like, I'm not buying crypto to make.
As my phone rudely interrupted, we were talking about investing. So you're saying it's not necessarily investing, it's just currency.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's not. I don't see it as investing in Litecoin or Bitcoin. It's because it's money. It retains purchasing power. It's the best form of money. It's more about storing your wealth in the best form of money, which is cryptocurrency. and then when you want to use it, you use it, right? So it's not about investing and then eventually selling it for more US dollar. It's just about, this is just money.
Exactly, and people always try to make it more than what it is, and I always relate it to going to the airport and swapping your dollars for euros. Like, both of these currencies fluctuate, but no one really pays attention to that, and you're just like swapping for like the equivalent and putting it in your wallet and walking away and spending. It's the exact same thing, just a digital way of doing it. And so, do you believe at airports and things like that we're going to start having digital currency exchanges as well, where people can convert their fiat to crypto so that way they can spend? Because we have a whole bunch of countries that are trying to attract tourists and even just help their economy by accepting crypto payments.
Yeah, I think we already have something like that, right? There are crypto ATMs.
Yep.
So I don't actually know if there are any in the airport, but it would make sense to have them in the airport where you go to a new location, like let's say you go to Japan, and you can just take your crypto and convert it to Japanese yen for traveling, for vacation spending, right? That would make sense.
Absolutely would. And you know, you mentioned Mweb before, and I remember when Mweb originally launched. So do you want to explain to our audience here what Mweb is and how it's going to bring privacy and fungibility to Litecoin and why you feel like that's needed?
Yeah, so Mweb is it's kind of like a second layer, but it's not quite. It's like an extended block. So every Litecoin block has a associated Mweb block where transactions are more private and they're more fungible. And you can move Litecoins between the main chain and the extension block. So with Mweb, we're striving for more privacy and more fungibility to make Litecoin a better money where you're free to use it however you want without anyone kind of spying on you.
And the first wallet to actually integrate that was Cake Wallet, right?
Cake was one of the first wallets that
Yeah.
that integrated with Mweb. That integrates supports Mweb, but then there are a few coming up also.
So you also mentioned a Nexus. So is this from the Litecoin Foundation?
Yeah, Nexus Wallet is the new wallet that we're launching. Actually, we just launched it today, or as part of the summit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so check it out.
Yeah. And we originally started with Loaf Wallet, right? Loaf?
Yeah, Loaf Wallet is it came from a fork of Bread Wallet way back when, so that's why it was called Loaf Wallet. And then we renamed it to Light Wallet a while back, and now we're doing something different that has like Lightning Network and everything.
Oh, so you're integrating Lightning with Nexus.
Yeah.
And the Lightning Network really just started with Litecoin. And so do you want to talk about Lightning Network? Do you think that, like, you know, even Litecoin needs a Lightning Network? I personally don't think it does, but...
Litecoin has a Lightning Network. I mean, it's not used as much because Litecoin base chain is already fast and cheap. But Lightning Network is a good way to get on to kind of the Lightning Network and eventually like swapping with Bitcoin. So I think Lightning Network is very useful on Bitcoin to provide cheap, fast transactions.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm a huge proponent of Lightning Network. It's been slow, but I do believe in the future it'll be much better.
Even Steak and Shake, they're accepting payments with Lightning Network. Did you go grab a burger yet?
I have not.
Oh my gosh. Steak and Shake is good. Have you ever had Steak and Shake?
I actually have not.
Oh, we're going to go get some Steak and Shake. It's actually amazing. So shout out to them and their beef tallow fries. You know, make America healthy again and all those good things. So right here, we actually...
Think that fries make America healthy?
Well, you know, beef tallow, it's better than seed oils.
Yeah.
You know, it's a part of the movement. You know, we could have fast food, we could have our guilty pleasures, but try to make them better. And so, speaking of other things that are so exciting, what is this that I have in my hand?
So we made Litecoin Summit collectible trading cards that we gave one to each attendee, and the special thing is it's a really beautiful card, and we'll open one and you'll see. But then there's also some chase cards where you can get a 1 of 84 serialized card that is blue for Litecoin, 84, and then there's also 1 of 21 card that is orange with a different hollow pattern. That is for orange for Bitcoin. And then lastly, there's a 1 of 1 black card that I don't think has been pulled yet, but I'm not sure because people may not say.
Yeah.
I actually have not seen an orange card get pulled, so maybe this might be one. we'll see.
Yeah, and just before we open it too, I know you like love Bitcoin as well, and you always tell people to buy Bitcoin before Litecoin. Do you still stand by that?
I think Bitcoin. I mean, I have to admit that Bitcoin is the king of cryptocurrency.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I definitely don't. I would say like people like a lot of people get in this space and all they buy is like the meme coins, and they don't even know what they're doing, right? Because
Yeah.
it's trash, right? So, Bitcoin is still people should still like buy and hold Bitcoin, but obviously also Litecoin.
Yeah, I love my Litecoin. Okay, so let's open this up. You want to do the honors?
Why don't you open it?
Okay,
No, hold this for you.
beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. How do you think I should do it?
It's
I
not
wanna
easy.
make it
It's not
messy.
easy to open. So,
I'm a little slippery over here. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, I'm so excited. Please be orange. Ooh,
you got a base card.
I got a basic girl card, but
Yeah,
it's
but
okay.
it's really nice.
Oh my gosh. So this is so special. So this is definitely a collectible. So this is by tag. So what is this QR code for on the card?
You can scan it. It'll take you to the pop report showing you all the different cards and how many were printed. Yeah. So.
Wow, this is great. Do you think things like
it's
this,
Cool on the back, it also shows some Litecoin stats, kind of similar to baseball cards.
that is so amazing. Do you think like things like this will be on Ordinals? Like, do you think there'll be Ordinals?
For this, it's not an ordinal, but in the future, maybe next
future.
time we might make one that's on ordinals.
So are you a fan of Ordinals on Litecoin? Do you, because like people on Bitcoin are saying that it clogs the network. Do you feel the same way on Litecoin, or do you think Litecoin can scale for this?
I'm a fan of anything on top of like Litecoin and Bitcoin. I think like we just have to make the incentives correct, right? So if you think it clogs the network, I mean, if people are incentivized to do it, then it's the right thing to do, right? So if you don't want anyone to do ordinals, then you have to set the fees and everything correctly.
Yeah.
I have no issues with ordinals. I like NFTs and ordinals.
I love my NFTs. I love my ordinals. So this is so exciting. And actually, my panel will be about ordinals, which is amazing. So can't wait to go and do that. Is there anything everyone should know about you? It could be about anything about related to Litecoin as well. People love getting to know you, Charlie.
I would say people should check out my talk, my Litecoin Summit opening talk. I think people would. I have a very interesting story in it, so people should check it out and see what they think.
Yeah, Charlie's background is absolutely amazing. He's been on the show plenty of times. And even I remember we did the 10-year Litecoin anniversary interview as well, which I'll never forget. That was historical. And I'm happy to be a part of these summits because I think we're really just getting started with Litecoin Summit, and it's going to be extremely popular within the next few years. And so we have our nice little group here, and it's just going to expand into something so beautiful. And even like the A-list beautiful roster we had this year was absolutely amazing. So props to you and the foundation for putting this together. I think this is amazing for adoption, and we should all keep educating everybody. If there's one thing you think people should know about Bitcoin, Litecoin, and crypto, what would it be?
That's a tough question. I think one thing people should know about Litecoin is that we did something different than Bitcoin, which is launching Mweb.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. It's one of a major change to Litecoin that is not on Bitcoin yet, but it's very cool.
It is very cool. And Charlie's the coolest person ever. I don't know if you guys know that, but he's so nonchalant about it too. So make sure you guys check out Litecoin. Check out all of the media they're putting out from Litecoin Summit. Amazing talks that we've had and amazing talks we'll have later this afternoon as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please smash the like, comment your questions for Charlie down below, and share this out with friends. Thank you. Bye.